Good evening, my friend. Tonight's story takes us to a quiet countryside where the nights were once guided by a faithful moon, until one evening the moon forgot how to shine. Before we begin, if you enjoy peaceful bedtime stories like this, you're always welcome to subscribe. It helps this little corner of calm reach others who are looking for rest at the end of the day. Now, settle in, let your breathing slow, and let us begin. The Faithful Moon. Long ago, in a small countryside village surrounded by rolling fields and narrow dirt roads, the moon was known as a steady friend. Each evening, just as the last streaks of sunset faded behind the hills, the moon would rise. It rose slowly, gently, as if careful not to wake the sleeping birds too suddenly. The villagers depended on its glow. Farmers, finishing late chores, would glance up and smile. Children walking home would follow the pale silver light along the road. Lanterns flickered in cottage windows, but it was the moon that softened everything. It was never too bright, never harsh, just enough. The moon liked being useful. It liked watching over the quiet rooftops. It liked seeing the river turn silver. It liked stretching soft light across wheat fields that swayed in the night breeze. Every evening was the same. Rise, glow, drift, set, and the world felt balanced. A quiet doubt, but one night, something unusual happened. The moon rose, as always, slowly, gently, but when it reached the sky, it hesitated. Below, the village seemed smaller than usual. The fields seemed endless. The dark seemed deeper. The moon felt a small, quiet thought form within it. What if I'm not needed? It had shone for so long that it had never asked this question before. Clouds drifted across its surface. The moon watched the village carefully. Some cottages had oil lamps glowing. Some travelers carried lanterns. Some families had already gone to sleep. What if they do not notice me? The moon wondered. The thought grew, soft at first, then heavier. The moon's glow dimmed slightly, not completely, just a little. The stars blinked nearby, but said nothing. And for the first time in many years, the moon did not shine as brightly. That night, the village noticed something. It was subtle. The fields were harder to see. The river did not shimmer quite as clearly. The road felt a little less certain beneath travelers' feet. An old night watchman paused and looked up. "Well," he murmured softly, "you seem tired tonight." But he did not complain. He simply walked more slowly. A barn owl tilted its head, adjusting its path. The wheat fields rustled in the breeze. The world did not stop, but it felt different, and the moon, watching from above, felt even smaller. "You see," it whispered to itself, "they manage without me." Its light dimmed further. Clouds wrapped around it like a gray shawl. The stars continued their quiet blinking, and the earth below grew darker still. Far below the hills, the village river flowed gently over smooth stones. It had flowed for centuries. It had seen storms and droughts. It had known bright days and moonless nights. That evening, the river noticed the dimness. It noticed how the water looked heavier, how the reeds along the banks cast thicker shadows. The river spoke in its soft, steady voice. "Moon!" it called upward. The moon almost pretended not to hear, but the river was patient. "You have forgotten something." "I have forgotten nothing," the moon replied quietly. "You have forgotten that light is not only for being seen," said the river. The moon was silent. The river continued to flow. "You help the fishermen find their nets. You guide the travelers home. You give the owl a silver outline. You calm the children who fear the dark." The moon listened carefully. "But they have lanterns," it said softly. "Yes," said the river, "but your light is gentle. It asks nothing in return." The water glimmered faintly. "Not all light must be loud to matter." The moon looked again at the village. It noticed the watchman moving more cautiously. It noticed the fisherman pausing at the dock. It noticed a child at a cottage window peeking out at the sky. The child whispered, "I hope the moon is all right." The moon felt something warm stir within it. Not pride, not importance, just connection. It remembered the wheat fields glowing silver. It remembered the rooftops softened by light. It remembered how the world looked when everything felt calm. The moon realized something simple. It did not shine to be noticed. It shone because shining was what it was made to do. The doubt that had clouded it began to thin. The gray shawl of clouds drifted aside, and slowly, very slowly, the moon brightened. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but steadily. The fields softened once more. The river shimmered. The barn owl's wings caught pale light as it glided. The watchman smiled without quite knowing why. The child at the window relaxed and closed the curtains. The moon did not blaze. It did not try to outshine the stars. It simply glowed, soft and faithful. The stars blinked approvingly. The river continued its steady song, and the village settled into a peaceful night once more. From that evening on, the moon understood something important. There would be nights when clouds passed, nights when it felt small, nights when it wondered if anyone noticed. But it also knew this. Even quiet light matters. Even gentle presence matters. Even steady glow matters. The moon no longer worried about being needed. It simply rose and shone and trusted that its place in the sky was enough. And so, tonight, as you rest beneath the sky, remember the moon. If you ever feel small, if you ever wonder whether your light matters, it does, not because it is bright, not because it is loud, but because it is steady. And steady light is the kind that helps others rest. Now the moon is high, the river is calm, the fields are quiet, and the night is soft. Good night, my friend. You may sleep now. The moon has remembered how to shine.